Hey guys, what's going on? It's 1987 Mastermind here. I am very upset. I'm not gonna scream, but try to get into a little bit of politics today. Now, besides all the other stuff that's going on in Congress, that was passed. All the terrible things that happened, such as the health care bill, the porculus stimulus, wasteful spending bill, and all those other crap. Now, our government wants to tell us what to eat. They want to tell us what to eat. They want to get rid of all these things in the school, such as chocolates and I heard this woman. Her name is Margaret Wooten. Forgot what. I'll read the article. I have an ABC News article or I think it's an AP article. I'll check in a second. 1 second. Yeah, it's ABC, and they want to basically control how much. They want to control the food and stuff. To me, I'm a conservative and a small government guy. And to me, once the government has that kind of power, who knows what they'll do? She even said it she was on the Mark Levin show. This Margaret Wooten, I think her name is. If I read the article, I'm stand corrected. I'm sorry if I said it's the wrong name. But she said it herself. If she had it her way, she'd ban all those foods. What's stopping the government? If they already have control of what's stopping the government to tell us what to eat, when to eat it, how to eat it, what we should eat for supper? Let's have. Well, you know what? Why don't we just have menus in our house? The government will just all these weird government agents with the fancy glasses, and everything else. Give us the menu and tell us what to eat. It's as if we're a bunch of robots and we can't think for ourselves. We're a bunch of stupid assholes. Excuse my language, but I'm really pissed about this. I mean, these politicians, they hate our guts. They do. Not all of them. There are a lot of decent politicians out there. And I'm not saying all, liberals are bad people. But, sorry for the light. But they just think we're a bunch of idiots. And that just, to me, pisses me off. They think our parents are too stupid to know how to tell our kids how to eat. We're all a bunch of morons. We can't do it. Sue me the nanny state. They're going to tell us what kind of health care we could have. They're going to tell us what kind of light bulb we have. Come on, stop. Enough. That's why the Tea Party, that's why we had the Tea Party, the patriots of the Tea Party come out and say, we had enough of this crap already. Enough. It's sick. Leave us alone. We just want to provide for our families. We just want to live our lives. Stop telling us what to do. We're not, as if they know better than us. We're a bunch of stupid morons that can't think for ourselves. Anyways, let me just read the article, alright? Sorry I sound pissed off, but just what's going on with this country, this great American country, this liberty-loving country, is bothering me. But thank God we got people like the Tea Party and talk radio to help. Anyways, let's go to the article. Wrong article. Alright. This article is from ABC News, so it's not some liberal. The House of Representatives voted 264 to 157 today to pass the Child Nutrition Bill, which was praised by the First Lady Michelle Obama as a groundbreaking piece of bipartisan legislation. Oh my God. You know what that means, right? That means that Republicans voted for this. This is not the right step, Republicans. Come on. Come on. I think all the other senators voted for some tax increases. They voted for the debt commission, the so-called debt commission. Come on. We're never going to take back America with this. We need some strong gridiron conservatives out there that are going to say no. No. There's a constitution. There's a people. Let the people decide. We're not stupid morons. We're not stupid morons that can't think for ourselves, okay? They think they know better than us. Oh, God. All right, anyways, let's continue. The $4.5 billion child nutrition bill would ban grocery food and sugary soft drinks from schools. Are you kidding me? This is sick. Whoever thinks, I don't care what political party you are, this is sick. You don't think the child is smart enough to understand that eating too much of non-healthy foods, greasy it was actually, I'm sorry, I mispronounced the word, greasy foods. You don't think the child's smart enough to understand that too much of it isn't good? And a lot of those, I read a study, a lot of those obese kids are kids who are like 20 or 10 pounds overweight. Most people are. Oh, good Lord. Where's this country going, my friends? Guys, come on. Okay. The legislation already passed by a bipartisan vote, which means obviously that Republicans voted for it too, in the Senate triggered criticism from hefty price tag and a new nutritional requirements some say shouldn't come from the federal government. Exactly. Of course it shouldn't. In other words, these stupid ass politicians. I'm sorry, I'm really upset. These stupid ass politicians think they know better than us. They know better than us what to do. We can't figure out that too much of non-healthy food is no good. You know, and even if it wasn't so bad, do you really want the government to have so much power like that? It's like once they get their foot in the door, who knows what they'll do next? They'll be in our, like I said, you'll have a guy in a fancy tie come in there and say, here's your menu for tonight. If you don't buy this, it's a $500 fine. You go to jail. Just like if you don't buy health insurance with Obamacare. Is that what they're going to do next? Come on, my fellow Americans. We can't let this happen. Okay, I don't care what. I think even the liberals would think this is ridiculous. I mean, we're a bunch of stupid morons who can't decide what to eat. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Yeah, the legislation was backed by the Obama administration and the First Lady, of course, who had made child obesity a central focus, which I talked about. The bill would expand eligibility for school lunch programs, establish nutrition standards for school meals, and encourage schools to use locally produced foods. Not encourage, force. Come on, you know it's going to be forced. Even if it starts to be encouraged, it's going to be forced. This is ridiculous. It would also raise the reimbursement rate to tax 6 cents per meal, marking the first time in 30 years that Congress has increased funding for school lunch programs. Oh God, like that's going to help. More government helps. Yeah, sure. All right. Anyways, I'm just going to... Anyway, guys, you really want the government to have that much power? Come on. We're a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. This Constitution is made... This government answers to us, not to themselves, okay? We're not stupid. We know that if you eat greasy foods or stuff, too much of that stuff is not healthy. And you don't think, even if they regulate the schools, you don't think that they're going to go to a store and buy it themselves? You don't think after school these kids don't go all McDonald's and buy 5 hamburgers? I mean, you know what I mean? What's going to stop them from doing that? Critics also question, I'm skipping down, whether the government should be setting standards on schools can or cannot serve. The new federal nutrition standard would just apply to school meals, but things like bake sales that are used as fundraisers or concessions sold at sporting events, said Oleso Marrero, spokesman for the House Education and Labor Committee. Republicans, you are getting into a federal mandates on people who are allowed to eat, as opposed to focusing provide healthy meals through school lunch and breakfast programs. Essentially what they're saying is that you're allowing these people to eat. Republicans who voted against it, you know what? You're allowing these people to eat non-healthy foods. Oh, God, that's terrible. That's just a political game. You know that. I mean, that's not the issue. The issue is that are we smart enough to be able to make our own decisions? I mean, our government thinks we're a bunch of freaks, that we're a bunch of stupid ones who don't care, a bunch of greedy people who just eat whatever we want. And you know what? Daddy government has to come in and regulate everything. Don't worry, the government will be there to help you. Oh, what is this country coming to, my friend? You know, this is supposed to be a representative republic. Their politicians are supposed to respect the citizen. Only thing that they're supposed to be there for is to protect our liberties, not to interfere. There's a big difference between protecting and interfering. All they're supposed to do is to set the conditions for us so that our liberties will be there for the rest of our lives. So we'll have the American dream, the opportunity to succeed and be successful people. Not there to interfere and tell us what to eat, what light bulb we should have, what food we should eat, what cars we should drive. I mean, they think we're a bunch of stupid. I mean, we just have to get with it. I mean, you know, America, they're so like, oh my god, like yesterday. I mean, yeah. No. I mean, these people are living this utopia where everything's going to be kumbaya. There are no people that hate us. No, of course not. And everybody's going to eat all healthy foods, and we're all going to be healthy, and let the government do it. No, I just want to get to one particular line. I'm going to finish off the video. Mark Levinson, this this woman named Margaret Wooten. Okay? Yeah, I don't have to read it, but because that's not what my point is. My point is that she said, Mark Levin show, she has asked, so if you had your way, you would ban all that non-healthy food, hamburgers and, cakes. She's like, yeah, let's get rid of it all. We should just ban all those non-healthy foods. That's what I mean. You don't think that the politicians putting this into place, I should say, don't think the same way? I mean, you understand. These politicians are power hungry. No matter how much power they consume, no matter how much they take over, they want more and more and more. And they pretend, they look at us like we're a bunch of numbers. $250,000, you're rich. As if they know what we experience, what our lives are like, what expenses we have, what kind of people live in our family, and they think they know better than us. How are they supposed to know? They don't live with us. Ronald Reagan said, I don't know the exact words, is how people in a far distant capital can plan our lives better than ourselves. Do they know? Are they there watching us every 5 seconds of the day? No. The best way to have a government is to have a government that governs least. A limited government that's only there to protect our constitutional rights and our liberties. But you know what? I'm going to end off this video with some bright spots, my friend. Thank God. Thank God. November 2nd. Thank God that we did what we did. We took over one of the biggest electoral landslides in American history since, like I said, the 1930s or the 1800s. I forgot what they said exactly. Thank God. Hopefully we'll get some strong. There are a lot of solid conservatives out there. Alan West being one of them. I think you guys should check him out. That, hopefully we'll reverse this kind of stuff. Because this is, to me, is sick. The nanny state, they think we're a bunch of stupid idiots. They look at us like we're a bunch of mindless drones. Alright, guys, anyway. I just want to end off the video with this. I hope I don't, turn off some of the guys, because, obviously everybody knows on my channel is also an LP for video games with God of War and everything. I hope I don't turn, all the other liberals out up there. I'm sorry if I do, but I'm very passionate about these beliefs, and I want to let you know, look, I respect your opinions. And if you want to comment, you disagree with me, no problem. That's what this country is about. This country is about free speech, and if you have a different opinion, absolutely no problem. I respect everyone's opinion. If you're going to have a nasty comment, please don't comment, please. You want to have a constructive argument of disagreeing with me. Awesome. I want that. That's why I do these videos. Peace, guys. Take care. Toodles.